Hey everyone, hope you guys had a great week. I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of recap our first USA weekend under our new staff. I know some of you guys saw my highlights and the highlights of our game from last week's videos, but this week, you know, having had a week to reflect on my experience, I thought it'd be a great opportunity for a recap and to give you guys some information on what's to come for Team USA. So first of all, as you can see, there are still some bruises on my body, which is always a sign of a hard-fought weekend against great competition. It was such an honor getting to play again, to put the uniform back on, to be with some of my former teammates from our last World Cup, and then a ton of new people, some of whom have never put on a USA uniform. So that was really, really exciting. It brought me back to the first time that, you know, I put on my first USA penny or uniform or anything. So I think everyone from veterans down to our first timers did so incredible. And the really cool thing about being on this team is that no matter who the coaches are, no matter who the players are, no matter who our staff is, we always find a way to, you know, become great friends in such a short time and really bond and collaborate on and off the field, which is the sign that you're surrounded by really, really good teammates, which is just such a blessing. So in addition to, you know, our 12 returners, we also had 15 people who hadn't played in last World Cup, some of whom who had played in US before and had been through the system, some of whom hadn't. But in addition to those, to our new players, we also got to play for our new staff for the very first time. And that was a really, really awesome experience. You know, when you go into a new staff, you don't know what to expect, you're kind of feeling each other out. But I thought they were awesome. Brought so much energy, so much passion, let us play and kind of figure each other out. We only had 3.5 hours of practice before our JMU game. So definitely have some things to work on. But we also started to build some chemistry on the field. And I thought for their first weekend, they did a great job. And I think they opened the doors for a really exciting time, not only for our program, but for the sport of women's lacrosse and what's to come. Like the Olympics, like the World Cup, like getting this sport that we love on the map. What was one of the really, really cool things about our weekend, aside from playing JMU and then playing the U19s, we played the U19 Sunday morning, and that was really exciting because this is their World Cup year, so we got to kind of help them out, train against them a little bit. We also played our new Olympic rules, which I'll dive into in a different video. And then the really exciting thing was we did on Friday night was we had a fundraiser. And we went to this awesome woman's house, and she was so gracious to let us into her home. And we got to mix and mingle with a bunch of local Maryland club girls and from Skywalkers and M&D and Heroes and what have you, and all of their parents, just, you know, raising awareness about what our goals are, connecting faces. You know, a lot of these girls look up to Tumalo and Kayla Trainer and Becca Block and Brooke Griffin and so many of these players. So for them to have the opportunity to meet us, to interact, was just a really cool experience. And I think that's what this is all about. I think this is, we obviously want to get in the Olympics, and we obviously want to have the opportunity to play in a World Cup, but most importantly, we want to help grow the game and help these girls start to dream big. And that was just a really special moment that Jenny organized that I think started to kind of lay the foundation for that. In terms of what's next, when you can see Team USA next, there's 2 more opportunities to see the team in the red, white, and blue this year. For this cycle, there is a November weekend. We're gonna be at President's Cup down in Florida. And then in January, there's another weekend out in California. So as I said before, rosters are gonna start to change. Different people are gonna be at different events, so we don't necessarily know who's going where, but those are 2 places that you guys will have an opportunity to watch Team USA in the red, white, and blue, playing together and working towards our World Cup in 2021 and hopefully the Olympics in 2028. So with that, make sure you arrange to go down to President's Cup in November if you can with your club teams, because not only do you get to see us play, but you get to go to Disney World, and I mean, what's better than Disney? Bye guys.